Well, good morning. I am 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Rich Fields with you. Look at your forecast for the day today. We're also going to check on the tropics and see what's going on down there. We're getting to that time of the year where we're really keeping an eye on things. September is the peak month. Actually, mid-September is the peak for hurricane season here. Of course, it started June 1st, doesn't end until November 30th, but nonetheless, we're going to check and see what's going on in the tropics, okay? All right, let me pull up my graphics here and get going for you. Take a look at the live shot from out at Clearwater Beach. That's the Wyndham Grand out there. Beautiful shot. A little bit of cloud cover way out there in the distance. We'll bounce around a little bit. There's the shot from South St. Pete Beach. The cloud cover we're really mostly interested, though, is to our east. So we always like to take a look at Lakeland, see what's going on there. There's a shot from St. Petersburg looking out over Tampa Bay. And you can see some of the cloud cover bubbling out to the east out there. Those will end up being some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity for us here today. And we'll talk about the timing of that in a minute. There's the shot from Lakeland looking east, and you can see some of that activity off the coast in the Atlantic already hitting the east coast of Florida. And a shot from downtown, the Armature Works camera. You can see some of those puffy white clouds out there. Currently 89 degrees, feels like temperature already at 99 degrees downtown. Dew points are rather high, about 75-degree dew point. The higher the dew point, the more moisture there is in the atmosphere, and that translates to about 63% humidity right now. There's the satellite and radar, and you can see the cloud cover off the coast there, not only on the Atlantic side, but look what's going on down toward Miami and the Keys, really starting to blow up down there. This is where our flow is coming from. We have that southeasterly flow of moisture, that fetch that's coming right out of the tropics, right out of the Bahamas. It's warm air, it's moist air, and when we get the heating of the day of the peninsula and that rising air, that's where we get the kaboom, those thunderstorm activity that really starts to blow up. Let me go in a little closer for you here and take a look at the greater Tampa Bay area. We are already starting to see some shower activity. It's blown through Lake Placid, just west of Avon Park right now. Some spotty shower activity moving up into Lake Wales, just east of Lakeland at this hour as well. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the old radar today, that's for sure. It's been fairly active in the evening hours, anywhere from 5 to about 8 o'clock. We've had severe thunderstorm mornings the last couple of days. This is looking at your atmospheric moisture, PW, what we call it, precipitable water. This is what is available to tap into overhead in the atmosphere. How much water is out there? How much moisture is being pumped up into the area from our southeasterly fetch. So as we look at today, we obviously know we've got a good amount of moisture overhead today. Tomorrow, as you can see from the graphic there, abundant moisture coming into the area. I think our rain chances go from about a 60% chance today to 80% chance for tomorrow. Now, all the models, as far as futurecast models, they're not quite in agreement yet, showing us the shower and thunderstorm activity that we're going to get. The reason being is because I think the models are having a hard time dealing with the dry, dusty air coming off of the Saharan desert, that Saharan flow. And I'm going to show you that here in a couple of minutes. But as we step through the PW, the precipitable water, the atmospheric moisture, you're going to see a swath of moisture, then dry air, then moisture, then dry air. So we're looking at Wednesday right now, tomorrow, where we have that 80% chance of scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. I'm going to advance it now into Thursday. Look at that. Drier air comes into the area. Obviously, that means that less of a rain chance for us coming on Thursday. Watch what happens on Friday. More moisture starts moving into the area again. Saturday, what happens? We get a little reprieve, drier air. So it's coming in waves like that through the Tampa Bay area. And by the time we hit Tuesday of next week, we're in line for more moisture coming up from the southeast. Our flow doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon, that's for sure. So let's talk about Futurecast and some of these models that aren't quite agreeing or showing that with the precipitable water and an 80% chance of rain, they're not quite coalescing and showing us that just yet. And I'm sure with the next couple of runs, all that will be verified certainly by tomorrow. So here we are. We're into today, Tuesday. We'll let it run through the early morning hours. We're at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on that shot. And you can already see some of the scattered shower activity starting to move into the area. from the east coast. Just spotty showers through portions of northern Hillsborough County and portions of southern Pasco County as well. Also a little blip of moisture right there in the coastline of Manatee County. But as we advance a little further, you can see how some of these cells start really bubbling up on the coastline there. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, northern Pinellas County into portions of Pasco County along the coast, some fairly decent activity going on. Some of that could be thunderstorm activity. And then we get into about 4:40 in the afternoon, and I highlighted the storms down south of Venice, south and east of Venice. And to just watch this swath of moisture start to come through. Check out the color coding. Now we're talking about the possibility of some severe weather there. You see the purples on the map, you know, obviously the green is light rain. You get into yellows and oranges, a little heavier rain. When you get into red and purple, you're talking about severe thunderstorm activity, or the possibility of severe thunderstorm activity. And by 5:30 tomorrow afternoon, a massive area of thunderstorms starts moving out of Sarasota County up into Manatee County and into portions of southern Hillsborough County and Pinellas County as well, right on through the Tampa Bay area. That is 6:45 in the evening. We're talking from central Hillsborough County all the way through Tampa Bay proper, across the bay into Pinellas County, and still affecting portions of northern Manatee County and the beaches as well. This is 6:45 tomorrow evening. Look how late these showers are going to last. By 7 o'clock it's done and gone, and by the early morning hours, Tuesday into early Wednesday morning, we're going to clear out to fairly clear skies. I would call it mostly clear, just a cloud here and there, an errant cloud here and there. The early morning hours with the morning show, Grant will be on the air here, obviously. He's not going to have much to talk about. He's going to have to talk about futurecasting later on in the day, because we're going to have fairly clear skies tomorrow morning. So here's the expected rainfall the next 5 days. We got a 60% chance of late afternoon thunderstorms today. By late afternoon, we're talking anytime after 3 o'clock. The bulk of the activity looks like it's going to be between 5 and 7:30. On Wednesday, remember the precipitable water values and the atmospheric moisture I was showing you? 80% chance of rain. Thursday, we get that swath of dry air through the area. Thursday and Friday, it looks like we're going to be down to about a 30% chance of rain, and then we start picking up a little moisture on Saturday as well. All right, let's check on the tropics. I just checked in with the Hurricane Center out of Miami, and we have no tropical development expected in the next 5 days. However, I do want to show you what is peeling off of Cape Verde right now. This is the western edge of Africa, and this is where all the tropical waves come from. And I'm going to step through this for you a little bit. Just take a look off the western edge of Africa right there. I'm going to highlight it for you. There's a nice tropical wave starting to form right there. But again, even though we're starting to get some of these tropical waves peeling off of Africa, because of the Saharan desert also peeling off of Africa on the same stream, on the same line as it heads across the Atlantic, this dry air, this dusty air, has a propensity to kill storms. So even though we're seeing some decent waves peeling off of Africa, not much is expected out of these because of the Saharan dust track that it's going to get caught up into. But nonetheless, let's just point out a couple of more of these tropical waves. You can see there off the northern coast of South America, a fairly decent tropical wave. This is the same exact area that Alex formed in early in the season. It actually formed in the Pacific side, crossed the peninsula and came into the Gulf of Mexico, into the Caribbean, and became our first named storm of the season for the Atlantic Basin, and that's where that one's at. Here's another one. The Pacific side, the Pacific tropical formation has been rather active. The Pacific side is on its 6th named storm right now. So, and a couple of them hurricanes. So they've been fairly active. And just outside of that one, just west of that one, there's another tropical wave forming there as well. So we're just keeping an eye on what's going on. None of these on the Pacific side have the chance to cross over like Alex did for us. They're all heading west-northwest, and will continue to do so. And when they get into colder water, the Pacific Ocean, they're going to fizzle out if they don't stay at that latitude and longitude. If they do stay at that latitude, they may actually form into something and and start affecting Hawaii in the next couple of days. Here, this is the Saharan dust forecast product. You can see what's peeling off of the west coast of Africa, right where I showed you where that, that massive tropical wave was forming off of Cape Verde. Look at the dust, look at the dry air. I'm going to put it into motion and you're going to watch this dust just track right across the Atlantic Ocean in massive waves. Another wave every day or two, and it comes right into the Caribbean, right into the Gulf of Mexico, and look at Tampa Bay and the peninsula of Florida. We are absolutely going to be engulfed in the Saharan dust by Wednesday, Thursday, certainly. By Thursday, certainly. So again, even though we're coming into the heart of our tropical weather season, our hurricane season, because of this dust coming off the Saharan, it doesn't look like we have too much to worry about right now. There's the next 12 hours on your planner. We're going to top out with a daytime high downtown today in the mid-90s again with that decent chance of rain. 60% chance of rain peaking after 3 o'clock this afternoon. And we'll hit an overnight low overnight tonight into early morning tomorrow in the mid-70s as well. Forecast dew points, they have been awfully high. Anytime we're above a 60-degree dew point, it starts to get a little sweaty and a little sticky. Above 70, we're talking about near oppressive levels. And we're going to be mid-70s with dew points over the next couple of days. This morning wasn't that bad. I don't know if you noticed when you went outside, but we actually had a little bit of a cool breeze, no doubt left over from some of the rain-cooled air that we had last night and the evaporative cooling of the surface, you know, your grass and so on and so forth. So it was just a little bit cooler, but we're going to stay 72 to 75 degree dew points right on through the next 7-day period. So marine forecast for boaters: southeast winds today 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 feet or less, bay and inland waters at a moderate chop. No advisories out in the Gulf of Mexico. You just got to dodge those thunderstorms once you get into that 5 o'clock hour or so. Megaball, whew, man, what are we at, like 810 million or something like that? Here's your megaball forecast. It's just our way of presenting in a funny way what the temperatures are going to be over the course of the next few days. 95 for the daytime high today, Wednesday 93, 94 on Thursday, Friday 95, same for Saturday and Sunday as well. Your mega ball number on Saturday as well. Here's your 7-day forecast: hot and sunny with late afternoon thunderstorms. That's the name of the game for us. That's our typical summertime pattern here in the Tampa Bay area. You keep hearing us say, oh, it's a typical summertime pattern. You know, southeasterly flow, hot and sunny early in the day, and then late afternoon thunderstorms. That's our pattern, and we're going to stay in it for the next few days. 93 for the daytime high tomorrow with that really good chance of rain at 80%. Then we dry out a little bit. Still an errant shower expected on Thursday and Friday. Saturday we bump up a notch or two, but honestly 30% chance of rain isn't all that bad for us. Here's my chance to promote the podcast, Come On Down with Rich Fields. Yesterday, we do it live every Monday at 3 o'clock here on the 10 Tampa Bay YouTube page. It's all about my time in Hollywood and working on game shows. I've lent my voice to 9 different game shows in my lifetime, 8 of which were network. One was the Florida Lottery's Flamingo Fortune. And we talk about game shows. We talk about my time on The Price is Right. We talk about Mr. Barker. We talk about Drew Carey. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, it was a little bit of a departure. It was the day, we talked about the day that Adam West, the original Batman, and I invaded the Price is Right stage and ended up accidentally blowing up the CBS network, which was a lot of fun. The shoot was fantastic, and there were a lot of backstage photos and stuff from that day and that shoot. So if you haven't caught the episode, you can go to our YouTube page if you're not already there, 10 Tampa Bay. You can just go to YouTube, go to the search bar, put in 10 Tampa Bay. Be sure to subscribe, that way you get updates and alerts anytime anything's going on with the podcast. And check it out there. You can look at all past episodes on that site as well. Or you can go to our dedicated Facebook page, facebook.com/ComeOnDownPodcast, and check things out there for you. So there you go. That's your forecast for the day. We do this every morning at 11 o'clock here. We do it on Facebook Live. We do it on YouTube, so you can catch us anywhere. And if you don't catch us live, it'll probably pop up on your phone a little bit later on today. So enjoy your day, and I will see you again tomorrow at this time.